Most Amazon sellers run into a big issue after it's already too late to fix it. I know, because it happened to me a lot. So I decided to think back to the root of the problem. What really got us here in the first place? If you're like me, you probably went onto YouTube, typed in how to sell on Amazon as a beginner, and entered the matrix. Learning from a bunch of people like this, telling you that you should sell products like this so you can start making money like this. So I decided to try what I saw, and to my disbelief, it freaking worked.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So I have the most insane news that I was not expecting.
Exciting part is I did $375 in revenue since I started less than 24 hours ago.
In 3 months, I was one of those guys making $10,000 per month, well on my way to buying my first sports car, when it happened. I signed into my Seller Central account one morning expecting to see my normal $300 to $400 in daily sales when I saw a measly $24.99 in total sales. What's going on? Are people suddenly not interested in the product that I'm selling? Not at all. The problem was there was more sellers. Overnight, a wall of sellers had hit Amazon and crashed the price. I was forced to lower my price to compete with all of these sellers selling a similar product to mine at a much lower price, and before I knew it, it was time to move on. The profit margin was gone. And honestly, at this time, I was just thinking it's time to find a new product because this one just isn't working anymore.
Long story short, it got competitive, prices dropped. I got to about break even with my price, and then I exited this product, screenshot how much I made in sales. When I finished doing this product, I was at $36,000 in ordered product sales. Right now I'm at $44,000.
But what it actually ended up taking me years to realize was I was in a vicious cycle. I would start selling something new, make several $1,000s, and then other people would start selling the same exact thing, ultimately lowering my profit margins. Till finally, I quit. I stopped selling private label products because it's a short-term business model that always ends with this problem. The problem is that you've done nothing to deserve loyalty from your customers. You just went to Alibaba, found the cheap product too, and listed it. So really, it's not their fault. They're just getting the best deal if someone lowers their price. You see, it's not selling on Amazon.com that's the issue. Amazon receives 2.5 billion visits to their website every single month. It's an incredible place to list your product as long as you know what you're doing. Instead of just listing the next product, finding the next trend. I'm looking for ways to provide so much value to a customer that they look forward to coming back to my products again and again and again. The only way I'm going to be able to do that is to deeply understand my customer, and the only way to deeply understand my customer is to watch the kinds of videos that they watch, buy the kind of products that they buy, and use the same social media sites that they are using. So I did just that. I called my business partner and started a new brand that was customer focused. Hey, yeah, do you want to start a new brand? So we got to work figuring out what it is that actually makes a brand successful. Why do some companies last for years, like Louis V, and other companies seem to fade into the background, like Kodak? Sorry, Kodak. What we figured out was pretty interesting. In Ryan Daniel Moran's book, 12 Months to a Million, he outlines 3 questions that sum up perfectly where we started our new journey. 1, to whom are you going to sell? Who's your customer? And to figure out who we were going to sell to, we used 5 market must-haves from a book called Choose by Ryan Levesque. And the first one being it must be an evergreen market, so it has to sell continuously year after year. Our second market must-have was that it has to be an enthusiast market, meaning the customer has to enjoy spending money in this area. Third, there needs to be a problem. We need to have some reason to come into the market and fix something, some kind of pain or something that we can do better. Next, there needs to be future problems. There needs to be other things we can fix for this customer after we fix the first problem or sell the first product. And lastly, we want to sell to players with money. We don't want to spend the time to make a great product that costs twice as much just to learn that no one can afford it. Now, keep in mind, we used those market must-haves all as part of step 1, which was choosing who we're selling to. Now, we need to figure out what we're going to sell to them. At this step, I find it's best to just make a list, write down your target customer, and then think of everything that they might buy. If you can't list at least 3 things, you're probably not in the right market. 3, which product out of that suite of products do you want to focus on to either make a great version of it or a version that solves one of their problems? Now, one of the things I love doing at this point is just going searching on Amazon for the product you're considering selling. Look at what the competitive landscape looks like, how many people are showing interest in this product and buying it currently, and most importantly, go check out the reviews. All these reviews act as basically free insights into the mind of your customer. What are the things that they're currently frustrated with? What would they change? This is all stuff that I would use to build a better product. And of course, go check forums. Enthusiasts love to ask questions about specific products they might buy from other people in their industry. There's always valuable insight here. What the heck? By doing this, you essentially have a cheat sheet with all the answers on it to questions like, what kind of content should I make? What changes to the product should I make? And most importantly, how can I get my customer to instantly want to buy my product? If you want to learn more about how I pick a space to design my brand, and watch this video here, where I'll break down how anyone can learn how to stand out from the crowd and get the results that until recently I thought only big companies with big budgets can get. I'll see you in there.